So hello and welcome back to this new lecture. Earlier in this series, we discussed that before we actually get started working with Python, we need to have a certain setup ready on our computer machine. Okay, and today we are going to work on that. We are going to download and install few things to have that setup ready so that we can get started working with Python. So we are going to download and install Python and a few popular IDEs. I'm basically talking about PyCharm and VS Code. These are two most popular choices in terms of IDE. So basically we need Python as a Python interpreter. This would be required to run the .py files. Now what is .py? Well, whenever you save a text document on your system, it would name something like abc.txt. So txt is the extension for that. Similarly, song.mp3, where mp3 would be the extension for that audio. Okay, and similarly .mp4 could be an extension for a video footage. And whenever you save a program in a file specifically with Python, the extension over there would be .py. Okay, and we need this Python downloaded and installed to run these py files. Okay, secondly, we would need an IDE, okay, or you can also call it a code editor to write this code efficiently. Okay, these are the two most popular choices as I told you earlier, and I'm going to show you the proper way to download and configure both of these on your systems. So over here I have the instructions ready to download and install Python. You visit this URL, you click on the download button for your respective operating system. It could be Windows, it could be Mac, anything. Okay, you run the installer, you select this add Python to path option, and you check the or verify the installation by doing python -- version. Now why I'm quickly going through or covering this, because anyways I'm going to demonstrate each of these step by step way. Okay, and I'll show you how to do it on your system. Going ahead, I also have these steps documented to download and install VS Code and PyCharm both. Okay, so this is not going to be a theoretically heavy lecture, because mostly we are going to do the configuring or creating the setup thing practically. So over there, I'm going to keep my focus. So over here, I have a machine ready for you. Okay, where I do not have Python, I do not have PyCharm, VS Code, anything, because I am considering you an individual who could be someone who is going to do all of these things on your computer device for the first time. Okay, so I have also taken a device or machine which does not have any of these Python interpreter or any code editor for that matter. Okay, in fact, if I'll do a simple Windows R to open this run box, and I will do CMD, and this is what I want to show you. If I'll do here Python space -- version, okay, see what it says. It says Python not found, which means Python is literally not there downloaded or installed on this machine. Okay, now let's start this thing. I will do simply Python download for Windows. Okay, you can do it for Mac or whatever. So I was looking for this download Python. I'll go inside it. Okay, and I'm going to download the latest version of it. So I'll hit this button, it will start the download. I think it got downloaded over here. Okay, so I am going into it and I'm going to double click on this to install this. Okay, so let me hit double click. And if you remember, in the notes or in the document or in this slide, I told you that you need to select this option, add Python to path. Okay, make sure that you do this and then simply do install now. Okay, it won't take long and it will just get installed really quick. So I'll wait for a while. Till then, let's do one thing. Over here, I'm also going to download VS Code for Windows. Let's get this thing done. So I'll hit on this download and let me download over here. It should start the download anytime. Yes, it has downloaded. Okay, let's check back the installation of Python. It is still doing it. I think almost done. Let me check back. Yes, it is done. So let me close this. Okay, now I will do Windows R to open the run box, and I will open the CMD or the terminal box. Okay, I am going to verify my Python installation by doing python -- version, and I see this version of Python has now been installed on my machine. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is install this VS Code. So let me quickly it says the user installer and this and that, and it is just asking for my consent to okay, I do accept, and next. Add to path is important. Okay, make sure you do it. If required, we will do a restart. Next, and install. Okay, meanwhile this is getting installed, I am going to do PyCharm download for Windows. By the way, let me tell you that it is not absolutely important or necessary that you download both the code editors. Okay, but it is okay if you get used to, for if you are flexible for both of them. Okay, let me accept this cookies and hit download exe for Windows. Let's do this. Okay, it should start the download anytime now. Or do I need to hit over here download? Okay, I think I should have clicked over here this download button. Let me see, Control J. Okay, it downloaded it twice. It was not required. Let me delete this one. Select. Okay, doesn't give me the option to delete. Let me delete it from here. Okay, none of them, the download is actually complete. So yeah, as I was saying, that just to make you familiar with the installation process, I am showing both of the code editors, but later on you can decide that which one you are comfortable using. Okay, now I am going to download the extra one, administrator, and then downloads. Let me delete this one. Okay, and let's check back here, launch VS Code. Okay, finish. So this is how the VS Code would look like initially. Okay, if I create a new file, let's say I create a new folder called let me name it VS Code first, and okay, let me select cut and let me create a new folder with this name. Okay, and let me go inside it and select folder. Okay, and select this trust option. Yes, I trust the author is myself. And let me close this Copilot option. We will learn that how to use it, but later on. Okay, and inside this folder which I have just created, I am going to create a new file. I'll name it my first.py. Py is the extension of any programming file in Python. Okay, and also I need to make sure one thing. See, it is already asking me to install a Python extension. VS Code is asking you directly, giving you this recommendation. Let me install it quickly. It is important to do the Python development or to write any program in Python. Okay, so let it done quickly. Okay, meanwhile, let's do one thing. Let's start the installation of PyCharm over here. So let me double click on this. Okay, it got freezed or what, I'm not sure. Let's wait for a while. And meanwhile, I think this extension has been downloaded. Let me close this welcome page, and I'm back here. Now I'm going to write a simple one line of code in Python. You really don't need to worry that what is happening and what's the exact rule around the syntax or anything. All I'm going to show you if it prints that or not. Okay, if the program runs or not. So I'm going to print a sentence called hello world, spelling error, world. Okay, and let me save this and let me run this file, or let me rather open the terminal. I'll press and hold the control key and then the tail button, which is exactly below the escape key on Windows, and I will write here. This is how you run a Python program. So I will do Python space the name of the file which I want to run, my first dot py. If I have the Python installed and configured correctly, then after running this particular command, I should see hello world being printed in the terminal. Okay, so let me hit enter and see it prints it fine. Okay, which means now my IDE is working all good and my Python is configured properly. Let's circle back over here to the PyCharm installation. This is the last thing I need to show you. Okay, and now it is telling me that it requires a space of 3 GB and I only have 1.5 GB. But the installation is going to be just straightforward. Okay, I leave it to you to do this, but still I'll try one thing. It will be slightly time consuming, but let me see if I can do that. I will close this. I will open my control panel. Okay, I'll not give it more than 2-3 minutes. If I'm able to do it, if I'm able to resolve this memory issue, well and good. Otherwise, I'm going to skip this part and I'll leave the installation to you. It is going to be straightforward, as I said earlier. Okay, so let me select this Visual Studio Code and I'm going to hit on uninstall. Okay, that got uninstalled. And anything else that I would want to uninstall? I don't think so. Let me close this. Okay, and now let me try to install PyCharm again. As I told you earlier, well and good if this works, otherwise I will leave it to you. Okay, so I will do next, and okay, still it is showing me memory issue. This is actually the Windows machine that you can see. It is a virtual machine that I have created on cloud on AWS. This is basically a service on cloud computing platform. You don't need to worry about it how I did it or what, but basically the agenda was to create a Windows machine where I don't have Python or any code editor for that matter. Okay, so anyways, the installation is going to be straightforward. I'll leave it to you, and going ahead in this course I will try to use both the code editors parallelly to make you familiar with both the tools. Okay, now let's circle back to the slides. Okay, so as I told you earlier, you have two options of code editors or IDEs. First is VS Code, second is PyCharm. These are few, you can say, features of these code editors. VS Code is lightweight, fast, and it has a lot of extensions. So going ahead, if you become more experienced in Python and you want to work along with Git, Docker, Kubernetes, it has the extension support for all of that. Okay, which means simple plug and play. You don't have to work too much configuring these extra tools. Okay, PyCharm on the other hand is a full-fledged Python IDE, great for larger projects. You can download it from the website of JetBrains, and you can download VS Code over here. Okay, yeah, that is it. And first few steps that you are supposed to perform when you are working or trying any IDE or code editor for that matter, you try to write this print statement. Inside this double quotes, you write anything. You can write your name, your address, but make sure it should be inside these double inverted commas and exactly in this syntax. Okay. And then on the terminal, you open the terminal and you write it like this. It is okay if you don't want to try it right now. Maybe you want me to give you few demonstrations by executing few programs before you actually try it from your side, and we will actually do that. So it is okay if you want to have an easy start. Okay. So quickly covering the summary, what you did, you installed a Python interpreter. What it means, it enables you to run Python code on your machine, be it Windows, Linux, or Mac. Okay. You added Python to path. If you remember, we did this while installing Python so that you can call it from your terminal or command prompt. Okay. You installed an IDE, okay, integrated development environment like VS Code or PyCharm, which helps you to write code and manage code better. Now, you may have this question that, okay, we installed it, we have it configured, but how exactly it allows us to manage the code more efficiently or helps us to write code more effectively? This is something that I will leave as a suspense for now. Going ahead, while doing the code development or writing any program, you will understand that. And you just observed me running the first test script, which was the print Python hello world thing. Okay. And confirmed your setup works properly. By the way, we also confirmed our Python installation by doing Python -- version on the terminal. Okay. So if you are in sync till this point, if you got your Python, your code editor, at least one of the code editor installed and working properly, we are good for now. And now will see you in the next lecture, where we are definitely going to do something new and exciting.